a different location today, and the reason why is because today we were going to talk about one of the Yamas, and that is that cleanliness is important. It's Sauca. Can you guys hear me okay? Thumbs up, thumbs down, all okay? Okay. Sauca, cleanliness is important. So of course this is talking about living simply, right? And strangely, this is more important to us right now than it's ever been. I saw a t-shirt the other day, and as you know, I do like t-shirts that have nice messages. And it said, I was washing my hands before it was cool, which I think is really funny. But now cleanliness has a completely different meaning for us. And one of my goals has been during this quarantine and staying at home to get through the spring cleaning. Why not, right? Not only do you have to do it anyway, but it's a nice way to remember this is where we're going to be spending all of our time. And I am a firm believer in that a messy space is a messy mind. So when I was in college, I went to undergrad at Michigan State University, go green, and I had a sociology teacher there who, so I think there were like, I don't know, 300 or 400 people in the class. I didn't even have a name there. My name was A115700684. So you didn't really have to go to the classes because nobody knew who you were. So I had this sociology paper and I just couldn't get it together, right? So I ended up contacting the teacher, which is like unheard of at the school because like unless you have like a major problem or you need to withdraw, I mean, it's kind of a big deal to contact the teacher. And I did, and I read her part of the paper I was writing, and while I was writing on it on my, what was it called? I want to say Corona, but I think I want to say that because that's on the mind, right? But it began with a C, Commodore 264 or something, remember those? And while I was typing on it, my cat stepped on the cord, and it was gone. The whole paper was gone, so it wasn't the time of autosave or any of that. And I was so upset, and I was on the phone with her. I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening right now. Oh my gosh, my cat just, she stepped on the cord and the paper's gone. And she said, that paper, it was no good. You were right about it, calling me, because it was no good. And what I want you to do, and I said, well, are you going to give me an extension? I mean, you were there. You were with me when my cat stepped on it, right? And she said, no, I'm not going to give you an extension. This paper is due tomorrow, and it was early evening. And you're going to turn it in tomorrow, and you're going to rewrite it tonight after you clean your kitchen, your room, and whatever hallway you have from the kitchen to your room. And I was like, I don't have time to clean. I got to write this paper, And she was like, it's not going to be any good unless you clean up your space. It's just not. This is a messy paper. It's a messy space. It's a messy mind, and it's not going to be any good. And I was really mad at this teacher at the time. And after I got over being really mad at her, I did go in and clean the kitchen. And it was quite messy because we had 2 kitchens in this place where I lived with 8 other women. And ours was in the basement. I was living in the basement. And I tidied it up. I tidied my room. I sat down and wrote it. It turned out really good. And all I'm saying is that was 25 years ago or, 30 years ago. I think it was a long time ago. And here I am talking about it. And I think that's been a lesson for me. So here is my cleanest space I brought you to, because this was what was on our spring cleaning list yesterday. And so I brought you to my favorite place and my cleanest place in my home right now, which is right here. So this is my porch, my back porch. How you liking it, Psyche? Is it nice to have it all clean? She's probably just busy wanting to mess it up again. So today I was going to illustrate with this flower that I have around me. And my teacher taught me this, and we were going to clean up our minds. So let's remember that meditation is not focusing on no thing, which many people think. I really want you to spread the word. That is not what meditation is. It is not focus on no thing and getting rid of your mind and having no thoughts. That will never happen. If that happens, then you're probably dead. It is focusing on one thing. Okay, and that's why we usually start with breath, because it's always with us, right? It's always around us. So We're going to do our regular meditation today, but I want you to think of the cleaning up of your mind. Yes, it's good to do a cleanse right now. It's good to focus on cleaning your space that you're spending so much time in with your family. It's good to think about what cleanliness means inside and out. But when we meditate, how can we clean it up in there a little bit? Okay? And one of the illustrations that my teacher taught me, I'm going to teach you now. So she would say, she's the coolest thing. She's a Buddhist nun. She didn't like to be called a nun, monk. And she said she would be meditating, and this thought would come in. I mean, I better pay my rent, you know. And then she'd say, oh, that'll be there when I'm done meditating. So I would set it aside. Okay. And then she'd say, oh, I'm really mad at this person. I'm going to have to talk to them later. I'll still kind of be mad at them later, so I'm going to set that aside. Right? And then she'd say, oh, I'm going to have to clean the kitchen after this, or figure out what to have for dinner and clean the kitchen. I don't even want to go in my kitchen. All the thoughts about my kitchen will be there when I'm done meditating. And then, later on, I really want to try this thing. I have a really good idea. I have a great idea. Even this, we clean up and set aside. Okay? And so you push it all, not away forever, right? Just away for now. Okay? And so that's what we're going to be practicing today together. I see that there are little people in little windows, and so I am going to do the same thing by ringing 2 bells. So the first bell will be for people who don't want to hang for the longer meditation, and the second bell will be for the rest of us. How does that sound? Good? So come into your comfortable space. Find your eye covers if you have them. And so let us clean up a little bit. Do a little cleanup. Sauca. This is our Yamas today. Sauca. And so as we sit, especially if you're taking one of your senses away by closing your eyes or by putting on eye covers, immediately our senses compensate. So I can hear the beautiful birds. I hear some traffic strangely. I hear my little bells ringing. And rather than allow that to be something that disturbs you, because that's really filled with judgment, you can just allow it to be the sounds that you're hearing right now. And the more acceptance that you bring into your space with this, the more strangely it dissipates. So why don't we bring all of our attention to what we may be hearing right now? Sounds in your environment and sounds in mine, including my voice, or whatever's coming across from my mind. And having given all of that the attention that it deserves, come now inward and find your beautiful breath. And when a thought comes, use the flower visualization of you sitting in the middle of it and just setting it aside for now. That whatever needs your attention just doesn't need it right now. Enjoy your breath. come back to this lovely time, this lovely space, this clean space. And take a deep cleansing breath through your nose and releasing it. And again through your nose. And release. Thank you so much for coming. It is lovely to see you. As Zoom makes changes, please spread the word and let people know that the password is meditate. So, I mean, it seems like something you could maybe figure out, but I don't know. You guys take care. It was lovely to see you. Oh, and just so you know, I did get an A on that paper. Probably relevant to the story. Much love. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.